Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Dredge. I'm your Game Master Darius. We might be done with the main game, and we might be done with the two DLCs, but there's a couple of things that I really did want to try to do, most notably 100% the game. Now, a good majority of 100%ing the game is just catching the fish, catching all the aberrations and the separate DLCs, all that fun stuff. In fact, I actually managed to catch some of the newer fish and the aberrations behind them. For example, the anchovy. Tiny anchovy is harvested in great quantities by man and creature alike, but in their numbers they will persevere. Because the anchovies are, they're many, to the point where we get Anchovy King. And in their numbers they will rise. I believe this is actually inspired by a phenomena called rat kings, which are basically when rats are so many in number that their tails get tied up. In a good chunk of the times, they will die over a period of time simply because there's just too many of them to try to, live. There's also a prawn. Found in the depths of most oceans, swarms of them can consume crabs and other small fish. And then the leeching prawn. This tiny parasite rasps away the flesh of whatever it attaches to. Its hooked legs ensure an enduring grip. Gnarly. Let's sell them. 420. Cool. And I took a quick look at the deals, at the list of the various things that we need to do for 100%ing. I don't have all of them here because, annoyingly, 6 of them are still secret achievements on my GOG. But there's one called the Gleaming Goliath. And I am... See, the thing with the Gleaming Goliath is that it involves dodging a certain monstrosity that exists within the goop over here. Well, over everywhere. But it only appears within the goop. I don't know if will ever appear outside of the Devil's Spine, but from what I'm reading, it mostly appears in the Devil's Spine. I don't know if having a lot of... yep. Like that thing, that's its tentacle. Also, I've been wrong this entire time. Those things just put dark goop. And there's the Gleaming Goliath. God damn it. So what do we need to do with the Gleaming Goliath? We need to dodge it. Evidently. Whoa. Nearly missed, nearly dodged it, only to smack dab into a pillar. Now, unfortunately, this thing also does a buttload of damage. I think it does like 2 damage per hit, and just the tentacle does 1. Now, I don't know if any of the other secret achievements are of any sort of neatness. All I know is that the Gleaming Goliath seems to be the most interesting to do because it involves actually dodging something terrible and beastie, and I hate it. Yep. Another one of you. More goop. More goop. I just need to be careful because I don't know when the tentacle will appear versus when it will appear. And according to what I was reading, this is you can clear out a good portion of all of these, but all you need to do is... Oh, that had to have procced it. How many times do I have to dodge it to proc it? Now I have the need to double check my freaking achievements. Come on, that had to have been it. Yes, yes, evade that which stalks the thing. Sometimes this goddamn game doesn't like to proc some of these. Yes, that did it. Evade that which stalks the disturbed sediment. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was. I actually tried that like twice off camera. And then I figured, you know what? This might just be interesting enough to do to try to record. I hope it was. But also, I need to figure out what these other separate achievements are because I have no clue. We're just gonna... Nope, already did that. Repairs. Oh, I got so much goop. I got plenty of room for the goop. There we go. Okay, so give me a moment. I'm going to figure out what those other achievements are. Huh. Actually, it seems like some of these are actually kind of mundane to do, I won't lie. And for some reason are ones I just haven't done because I haven't. I'm just resting until the next dawn at this point. Because... Alright, let's get to a place that's less red. Because I got a feeling that's going to hurt my eyes after a long while. So one of them is atrophy. Or is related to atrophy. Where all I need to do... Actually, it would be easier to do it like this. Like, there's that. There's some tuna. There's some rat tail. I think the tuna is closer, though. So I just need to use atrophy. Really? There we go. Congealed rat tail. The flesh of this deep dweller has turned to a thick ooze, secreting an oily gel that covers its entire body. Yeah, I guess the longer you do that, the further you go into a panic. Lovely. Now let me just double check whether or not that procced. Yeah, I think most of these are literally just use your abilities that you haven't been using. So for the most part, it's just like, oh hey. Ooh, flayed mackerel. Lovely. So for example, go to one of the four corners of the earth. I suppose theoretically I could go all the way back to the reach. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Like going all the way back to the reach and going manifest. That takes me all the way back here. Can I? Yes, I can retrieve these. Awesome. Ah, no new ones. Because what I think I'm going to do is, to make my life easier, I'm going to use the anchor and drop that off at the reach. Alright, the flayed mackerel. Rended flesh with muscle and bone exposed. This gory mess of a fish can't have lived like this for long. We sell them. Put that away. Oh no! All inventory. No! I'll just toss this, I think. We got so much random crap. I need to make that into the bait that I was planning to make. Alright, let me just double check GOG, because apparently, yes, that did work. So, when you're double checking your achievements, double check them through GOG's Galaxy thingy-mabob, because I was checking on the website, and it didn't update automatically. So I did get unsustainable fishing, and I did get dimensional bypass, which is the atrophy somewhere against a fish that's super far away. The other one is just teleport from super far away. Now, traverse a long distance. Oh, right. So the next one kind of sucks. I know I've used it before, so I'm not that nonplussed about it. So yeah, I'm going to set down the anchor at the beach, just so as it's there. We'll even use haste to get there a little bit faster. Right, I came out here in the first place to banish some shite. So here's me hoping that the banishment works against the narwhal. If it don't, well, that's probably going to have to be something else I off-screen. Narwhal, where are you, narwhal? I would hope that the narwhal counts as a threat to banish. Eh. There you are. Okay, it does work. So that just might have to be something I do off screen though, because I'd essentially have to do that however many times I need to in order to keep the narwhal away. Kinda wish I made the realization when I was first exploring this area. Because God's help me, that would have been really nice to know. I might have made that portal just a little bit too close to home. When I catch in the net. Oh goody, more abominations. Let me just double check whether or not that procced on my GOG. It did not, so I need to do that several more times. Well, I went and caught another new one. Silvering lancet fish. An outward reflection, turning coiling inward. The thrust of introspection lost to self-obsession. Neat. Anyways, the only real reason I'm out here is I can increase how many of the random ass fish I can collect. But, more specifically, I can find more threats. I've already caught one of those. But if I'm lucky, yeah, just in here, the coelacanth should be a thing I can collect rather easily. As well as a withered ray, apparently. Alright. Bait. Hoping this works like I want it to. This is not working like I wanted it to yet. There we go. New one. Sprouting eel. An eruption of crystalline growths bursts from its skin. Sharp shapes clatter and resonate together. See, the idea... bony wrecked fish. Encased in bony protrusions and struggling to move its encumbered fins, the gills are almost sealed shut by the growths. So yeah, the idea was that I was going to take the corrupted bait and use it to capture some of the more messed up fish. That is not, in fact, how that worked. You count. Oh, bearded mackerel at the same time. Wonderful. Probably not any other new swordfish I can get either. Sadness. Alright. I've had to have done like 10 by now, right? Yep, that did it. Alright, so next one we have to wait until night. And then this one is simple. Relatively simple anyways. So this is where I start proving myself more and more of an idiot, as I did not double check which of the achievements I already have. This is an achievement where you need to basically just use your foghorn while there's fog and you will hear an echo back. Now I apparently had done this really early in the Let's Play, but I didn't remember it. I just saw that there was a bunch of secret stuff that I had not yet done, which is more or less just do the thing that you just got, but in excess. And that's kind of the theme when it comes to the hidden achievements when it comes to this game. Do thing that you were going to do anyways. But I suppose that's just kind of how gaming comes out to be all at any period of time nowadays. But yeah, so pretty much for roughly the next, I don't know, hour of this recording session, I tried to obtain an achievement I have already had since, like, I don't even know, episode 5 or such. Yeah, I'll cut out my idiocy. Prey spotted. Spot a fish of each category through your spyglass. Now I don't know whether or not they mean each category through its location. Or it's... Oh, that's cloth. I could get that, but that'd be silly. But I'm thinking it means where it is in the scope of mangrove, abyss, all that fun stuff. I don't know whether or not that includes the ice. I don't think it would. But you never flipping know. Well, that was just good timing. Not my worry. So I think I just need to go around to every area and be all like, oh, this is the mangrove. This is the this, that, the other thing. Mangrove. Mangrove. I'm hoping that's all it is, because I can already see me getting frustrated if I need to literally spot every single fish that I could theoretically catch. But I've already done the mangrove now. So let's try over yonder. What does angler count as again? Abyssal. I'm not sure if it counts the ice. But we might as well check. Alright, we now got ice. I think the only other location we have is Hadal? Okay, that was weird. But I'm almost fairly certain we would have... Oh, wait. I did seem to proc an achievement. Let me double check that one. Yes, that was all of them with my spyglass. So it is in each area. Not like, oh, all the fish in XYZ area, but in Abyss, Hadal, those sort of things. Starting to learn my lesson about running around with my panic at high. I.e., don't do it. Anyways, shipyard? Yeah, shipyard. Because we need mixed bait up the wazoo. Do not put bait up your wazoo. I'm gonna wait for a full day because screw getting sideswiped by goddamn massive fish again. Now it specifically says to use bait to capture 3 different species. Yet another case where I have not yet learned my lesson to double check my achievements, because this is another one of those achievements that I have already done pretty much as soon as I got the option to use bait. Because what you need to do is you need to throw bait into a place where at least 3 separate types of, I was going to say creatures or monsters, 3 separate species of fish. More or less, we're going to jump into your thing. I don't know why I don't read these things. I just don't. To the point where I went to the airman and got like 3 or 4 different servings entirely of just entire shiploads of bait. Now, here's the fun part. You don't even need to actually fish the fish for the achievement to proc. All you need to do is throw out the bait, and if that bait was going to have 3 species of fish, that was it. You don't even need to actually fish for those fish. So, there's another case of me being annoyingly dumb. Ah! The 3 crabs shudder, legs clicking into strange angles. Though long dead, some unseen power commands their corpses into actions. The crab scuttles over the altar, disappearing into cracks in the stone. Suddenly, the rock splits in 2, revealing a sunken chamber at its core. So, in the time that I was trying to do the horn one, and pointlessly doing the bait one, because I have already done the bait one apparently, I had found this crab shrine, and I decided, screw it, I'll toss some crabs in there. Formidable cage with a vast gaping maw, sure to swallow up anything unlucky enough to stumble into it. So we got a new crab pot. This one with a 10% chance, 10% to make it into a aberration, which is neat. I know that there was another one that I had but I'd found. I've just not done. So, yeah. Apparently I need to repair this one too, which is annoying. So, I'm only over here because I didn't realize that I had already done the, I've already done the mixed bait, which means that I've got all this bait, not for nothing, because I can use it to make the aberration bait and all that fun stuff. But that said, for the moment, it's kind of useless to me. So all of it goes into nearly all of it goes into storage. And I'm pretty much just killing time till it's night, So in this particular case, I am what one might call a double idiot. Because I already have the achievement for the horn, despite the fact that I don't remember ever really using the horn, like maybe once or twice near the very start of everything. But apparently, one of the achievements is to deal with some shrine shenanigans. I've already done 2, as far as I know. Slab of rock cuts above the grave. 4 large, powerful fish. Alright, so this one is 4 great fissures running through the rock's base. I don't have any of them so far. So, we are going to need to catch some sharks. Yay! Sharks aren't that bad. I think I only need like 1 hammerhead and a couple of smaller sharks. And I think all of them are available here within the Strandy area. Now I'm just habitually checking on every single one of these to make sure that it's not a shark. Ah, there's one. 1 hammerhead. Ah. You know, it's almost annoying how slow it seems like my boat's going when I don't use haste now. I pretty much just want to put this goddamn thing into the thing before I go do anything else, because I don't want it to be rotted by the time I catch the other sharks. Because I don't 100% remember where the other ones are. I kind of wish that I could sleep around here. I guess it wouldn't make too much sense to be able to sleep right next to a shrine. Oh, hey. New jellyfish. Darn it. I just need some sharks. Why must none of you be sharks? Ah. There are some sharks. Cool. Let's get it. And that's a right-facing shark that we got, so now we need a left-facing shark. Now left-facing shark. You're not even a shark. You a shark? You're a wrong kind of shark. How much out here is even considered the Maros? There you are. Oh. I was just on my way down south in order to go and just put the other shark in there. When I had spotted that one, I was like, is that the right size? So now all I need is the ghost fish. Ghost shark, whatever it's called. Now, sadly, that mofo is located up in the Devil's Spine. Which is great. Might as well double check this, see whether or not it's a thing I don't have. Do you count a wrapped shark? I think that counts. Wrapped shark versus a ghost shark. Oh, I better get there before I go insane. I mean, I've gone insane, it's just... get off of my boat. There you are. Okay, that does count. You slide the 4 sharks into the fissures. Aha. And they slip down out of sight. Moments later, you spot something rising towards the surface of the water. It's gonna have to go in here for the now. Oh my god. God forbid any of this, like, automatically do anything. I took some hull damage there. But nothing important seems to have been broken. Viscera Crane. A traitorous device crafted in the deep. It will raise its kindred to the light. That's a pretty good one. It's only 62 fishing speed, but 2.5 aberration. We've already got... Actually, wait. Nah, the hoist is still pretty much our way of doing oceanic. Because I would love that that additional 2.5% chance. Alright, let me double check whether or not that procced something. Oh, there it is. Jeez. Talk about out of the way. Simple platform at its base. The twisted shape of a deformed fish is barely recognizable. Now, if this is correct... Yeah. The waves lap up to the platform while you lay the apparition. As the water makes contact with it, a buzzing sound fills the air. The previously still water bubbles up and over, obscuring the fish. A few moments later, when the water calms, something else is on the platform. I'm gonna just put these in my inventory for the tendon rod. I know I ran into this particular shrine some long time ago. I looked at it and thought to myself, oh, so I need to fill it with aberrant fish. Keyword, fill it with aberrant fish. It turns out that it really only wanted, like, one. And I don't know whether or not it is specifically what it says here on this guide. Where it says for the bearded or twisted mullet. Or entwined mullet, I guess. Or if it could have been literally anything. If it could have been literally anything, that would have been great. Also in that time, I caught a lot of catfish because I thought I was going to need a lot of bait. I did not. Anyways, tendon rod. Oceanic, mangrove, shallows. Mechanisms of brutality bound to 3 gouging, flaying hooks. An ungodly fishing device. Neat. Now, the only thing that sucks about this thing is its design. Because it's got that whole hook thing going for it. And, yeah, if I wanna use all of my stuff, then that one's gonna be a little bit harder to fit on there. Now let's see. Was that the last of those? Yes, it was. I only needed to do 4 of 5 shrines. I think there's another one up in the Icy Reach, Pale Reach. That was the name of it. But that one was not required for the achievement. Now, let me just double check. I have one more secret achievement to do. Well, this achievement is just silly and moderately unnecessary. The achievement is as such. Well, first let's actually sell our fish. Screw it. Probably could have used those aberrations, but me. So, the idea is 5 blocks of ice. And that's apparently an achievement. I'm staring. I'm judging. I'm judging if this is actually the truth. I don't know if it's small blocks or large. Nope, it is just any ice blocks in your cargo. Have 5 of them, and that's it. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Because it's pointless to have 5 blocks of ice, as far as I know. But yeah, that is all the achievements that don't involve getting more fish. But yeah, that is pretty much all of the non-fishing requirements achievements related to this game. Everything else is catch all the fish or catch all the aberrations. And again, I suppose the one thing that does drive me nuts is that it does not differentiate between the DLC's quests. Yeah, there we go. Spiny lobster. The DLC's achievements, that's what I was looking for. And the achievements of just the base game. Just a little bit of a gripe when it comes to that. Otherwise, they're fine. Most of them are stuff that you would do anyways, and then the rest of them are things where it's like, why would you even bother with that? Specifically in that regard, the 5 ice blocks. Like, really? 5 ice blocks? That's what you use an achievement for? Yeah. Spiny lobster. When threatened, these delicious creatures can rub their long antenna against their body, producing a loud screeching sound. I wonder how that really works underwater. Probably really annoying when underwater. But yeah, with that, I have gotten the Master Angler achievement. And all that's left for me to do is get all the aberrations. Which, Sleeper Shark, which I need to find back out there in the Pale Reach. Just need to get one of you in a pot in the Maros. One of you in the Gale Cliffs. Ugh. More of you in the Gale Cliffs. Advanced rods. Yeah, it's mostly stuff in the Gale Cliffs that I didn't get. Stellar Basin. Need another one of you. Overall, it's not many that I have to get now. It's really just a case of... In the case of the ones that require me to wait for a pot, I just have to wait for like a day or two while the pots are still in the thing. Oh, I forgot to sell, didn't I? No, I remembered. Okay. If I really want the aberration ones, I ought to put down the pot that, you know, gives like a 10% more chance of aberrations. Anyways, I've got to go ahead and call it an episode/series, because if I don't, I'm going to drive myself absolutely batty and continue playing this game until the heat death of the universe, or I get all the achievements, whichever comes first. Probably the heat death of the universe, with my luck. But thank you everyone so very much for watching, for sticking with me through all of this insanity and getting 93% of the achievements for this game. This has been one hell of a fun game, and I highly, highly, highly suggest folks to go out and get this if you like yourself a combination of cozy, good, fun fishing game slash a little bit of eldritch horror. Like something's constantly peeking from underneath the beyond. But again, thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this series as much as I absolutely loved it. For 40 days and 40 nights I've been searching. Every crab pot, every line that I pull, every unique fish that lays underneath the ocean sun and hides in its shadows. From the Morrows to the Reach, from the mundane to the old, exotic, each terribly horrible, yet colorful, dark and yet beautiful in its own unique way. Devourers of the deep, regal serpents, demonic rams, some antediluvian ideals, even the seeker of nightmares. Yet one shape eludes me. No corner of this vast ocean, no depth seems to be where I can find this thing. But perhaps my grandest failing is that I've been seeking too far, too wide, too far from home, away from safety, or what we consider to be safety. After all, the reason why this creature looks so familiar is that I've seen it in the mirror